Getting this airbag changed out. We already took it out. So we just got the other one to put in. And that's one more step closer to the car being ready. Still need to find the hood and fender and all. We ordered them off eBay, but they're still not shipped. So I'm trying to get my money back from them. It's been like 2 weeks and they still haven't shipped anything. So I'm gonna try to get a hood somewhere around here to finish this up. I just purchased a fender today. One fender actually came in quick and the other one's just sitting. It's saying there's something wrong, so it's just waiting and waiting, and we've been waiting a week. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that. But we got the hood we're waiting on, also the bumper, the grill, all that supposed to be coming in here soon, I think by the 15th, and we'll get that ready. But she's almost there. We still got that problem with the brakes, so we haven't figured out. But I'm gonna throw this airbag in. We can see, bought this off eBay. Came off another Bronco. So we're gonna see how it does, and try to get these things ready to go. So when we get the parts in, I can start painting this thing and get it back on the road. So stay tuned for that, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as we get this airbag in. But we're gonna make this a whole video, so we're probably gonna wait to paint the fenders and all before this goes live. So you guys let me know, nice car or not, or what you guys would have done differently. I'm trying to source as many parts as I can around here just so I can get them in fast, but a lot of the parts are 3-4 hours away that I do find, or they're just none around, so it's like going towards eBay. But it's a pretty nice car itself. Pretty nice. I like this car, but I am going to sell it and get another one, try to get a couple more this year, and then next year get a couple more. I believe we're limited to 5. But yeah, let me put this airbag in real quick, and I'll get right back to you guys and show you how it looks when it's finished. So stay tuned for that. All right, we got that done. Let's see if you can see it. And installed. Looks pretty good. So now we got airbag in. Does that look right to you guys? Let me know. It's supposed to look like that or something bent up. We'll fix it if so. But yeah, it's looking pretty good now. Can actually climb in and put your feet in here and actually have space to hit your pedal and all that. So that's perfect. So there we go with that. And like I said, this is probably going to be a longer video. I'm not going to post it with just the airbag. We probably put a couple more pieces on and paint it, and we'll get all of it together. So stay tuned for the next part, so we could do that part, and I'll post it as soon as it's done. I'm hoping here soon, because it's been a couple of weeks we had this car, and I'm trying to get it ready to sell so I can get into the next one and keep this going. So you guys stay tuned. The next part's probably gonna be us painting the fenders or painting something, because hopefully the hood I got is gonna work out and it's not gonna be needed painted. It's the same paint coat, I hope. So that'll work out perfect. But stay tuned for that, because we're gonna get this piece done and we'll be right back. All right, started on this paint job. I'm gonna try it out, see how we do. I did get some of this. Everybody was telling me get this stuff on the videos I watched. So we're gonna see how it does also. And we're just gonna see how it does painting. So let's get it cleaned up. This is my first time trying to paint, so if anything don't work out, I'll pay somebody. If it does, got a new thing we can do, so that's perfect. So let's get it cleaned off. GoPro. We have that set up in the back. We'll set it up again. Let's see. Right there. Gonna let it give it some time to dry a little bit, and then we'll get started on the paint job. I'll come back as soon as we start on the paint job. All right, we're getting this paint put down. As you can see, it's looking decent. We're probably gonna sand it down a little bit when we're done. This is the last coat. I think I may put one more coat on the top, but she's looking pretty decent. Then we're gonna put some clear coat on the top and see how it looks side by side and see if we're close enough or not. First time painting. I think it turned out decent for my first time, I guess. We'll find out once we put it up next to the other one, and we'll see how they look side by side. But hopefully we'll get this thing done today and at least get it on there. There is going to be some little dust particles in there. It's not perfect. I will sand it down though and buff it and wax it and all that once we're done. But not too bad for the first time. Let's see how it turns out. All right, we got a little finished product. Put this light on it. Of course, there's a lot of dust on it. I'm gonna buff it tomorrow, wax it, sand it, all that down. I'm gonna give it 24 hours to cure, but it actually came out really good in my opinion. Like I said, you can see me in there, so it's not too bad. Hopefully it matches. That's what I really want it to do, is just match, and so I can get this car ready. So as you can tell, there's a little bit of stuff on it, but once we wax it, and not wax it, once we sand it, we'll be good to go. But yeah, let me know how you guys think it turned out. I'm gonna be doing the other one tomorrow also, just letting this one cure overnight, then we'll start the other one. And just let me know. Here's a little update on the fender. Let's put it out in the sun so you can see it better. So it does have some shine to it. Of course, we're about to wet sand it and all, because I see there's a couple things in the paint. But overall, it turned out pretty decent for my first time. Of course, we're gonna get it right. And it does match, look at that. Just need to clean the car when it is done. But as you can see, there's a lot of little dusties in there and stuff with painting. And not the best environment, but it's what we got to do. So we're gonna get this thing sanded up to 1500 and 2500. And I'll be back to when it's finished and show you guys what it looks like. All right, we're about to sand it down. Just gotta grab this drop cord and we'll see how it does. This is 1500 grit. Just gonna try to get some of this junk off. Let's see how it does. All right, we got the first coat sanded down. As you can tell, right there's a little piece of something in there. We're gonna try to get it down a little more. You can see there's a couple dots in here. We're gonna try our best. It's not gonna be perfect, but we're gonna try our best. I'm gonna grab some spray, the Safeway glass cleaner, clean it up and see what we got. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. All right, let's see what we got. Let's clean it off. Oh yeah, she's looking better already. It does got a couple spots still. I don't know how much we're gonna do with this. Just want to get it to match the paint job of the car. But I do see a couple spots. This one's the worst. We'll do another sanding real quick. Trim's gonna cover that, but I do want to hit some of these spots, so let's start it. Again, let's see what we got. We're probably going to leave it here soon. Of course it could be better, but like I said, I'm just trying to match the OEM, so if we can get close to that, we'll do that. And the next one we'll do yeah, it's looking a whole lot better and it's feeling good too. And yeah, it's not horrible. There's still, you could see a little piece of that piece in there, but we'll leave it there. And the next sanding we'll do with water. I'll just have to clean this thing off a little better. We'll get soapy water and we'll sand it down with, I believe it's 2,000 grit. Then we go to 2,500. But as you can see right here, still has some of it, and you can still see a couple dots. But hopefully when we buff and wax it, it'll be better. So let me go grab the other one and we'll get started on the better one. Like I said, you can still see, let's see, let's get out the way. So here are some pieces there. So let me grab the other one, soap and water, and we'll be right back. All right, we got some soap and water. So we're going to spray it down real quick, and then we'll start with 2,000 grit, and then we'll finish off. I think I got like 4,000 grit. Just want to get the panel wet real quick. And we'll spray a little bit of water on this. Here we go. I'm not seeing the junk that was in it anymore. I do see a couple little scratches, but that's all right. We'll get those out with a buffer. It's actually pretty smooth. Feels pretty good. So we'll go ahead and go up to 4,000 grit, I believe. Let me check. Yep. So the next one is 4,000, and that'll be it. We'll get a buffer out, but I don't think I'm gonna buff it today. I'm gonna wait to buff the whole car. That's what I'm thinking. You guys let me know in the comments what I should do, because I'll probably post this video before posting the rest. I still gotta... When you throw a little water on there, it looks pretty good. Of course, we're gonna have to buff the whole car because the whole car is a little dirty. We'll show you in just a second, but let's get this going. All right. There we go. Sand it down. That might be the last coat or last sand of that. We're probably ready to wax and buff it. Let's see. Or not wax, but polish it. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Let me grab the glass cleaner and kind of give you an idea. Let's get it clean. You can see kind of like how it's going to shine when we do get the buffer out. So as you can tell, before it gets dry, you could kind of see that it's going to be a little shiny. But I think we'll buff it here maybe today. If so, I'll make that part of the video and then we'll post. So just stay tuned. If not, if this is the last of it, then I'll just say this is the last of it. But I think it turned out pretty decent. Got everything buffed down and ready to go, and we'll be polishing here soon. Stay tuned. That's how we're looking right now. About to shoot it down with some rubbing compound and a polisher. See if we can make it look better. I'll make a little video once we're done. I'm not gonna record doing it this time, but we'll make a video once done and see how it looks, and then you can kind of finally start seeing a difference. You see that line there? Shows this side is not polished yet, and then this side is. It's kind of bring the shine back. Of course, we still got one more pad and compound to do, but this is pretty good to start out. Honestly, I'm debating on leaving it like this until we put it all back on the car, and we might polish the whole car. Maybe the good idea right there is just to do like that and see what happens, because it's looking like some used kind of, which is perfect because it's looking like how the car would look when it's dirty. So we may do that and then just put them back on together and then do them both at the same time. Got the whole thing with the first time with the let me show you guys what I'm doing. I'm doing rubbing compound right now, just cutting all the stuff that we did yesterday, and then I'll go in with finishing compound next, and I'll show you guys as soon as we're done how it looks. Then hopefully we're ready to put it on, so stay tuned for that. Here we go, it's all said and done. Now on this side we got to do the same exact thing on the other side. We did have one little problem right there, burned through a tiny bit, but we'll probably wax everything and all when we get done. We probably fix that, I'm hoping. Maybe not, but the rest of the bumper fender, sorry, that looks very good. Hopefully it matches the other sides so it isn't perfect. I'm trying not to get it exactly perfect because the car is a little older, like 3 years old or whatever, so we don't want to get it too new looking where it doesn't match. But the color looks amazing. You could see the reflection off the house and everything. Did a pretty good job. So we're going to get the other one started, and here's this one ready to go. Sorry it's a little dark, but we got these pieces off. We're getting ready to change that plastic cover there, but I think this is going to be the end of the video for this week, or for now. We're going to hopefully get the bumper in soon and get that done. Like I said, sorry it's dark. Let's open this door, maybe get a little bit of light. There we go. So yeah, like I said, we got to put this plastic piece in. It's right there, just got to fix it back, then we'll put it back on. And then we still need to put the hood and the 2 fenders, which we're painting fenders now. Got it in there ready to paint the second coat, and the other one's ready to go. Probably the next video to show you putting it back together. Probably not going to do a video on the other fender since you already got the other one. It's basically the same thing. It is the same thing. The thing is, with one person, it's so hard to move this off. So I kind of slid it out. It's very hard to get off with just me. I wish I had another set of hands, but my dad won't be available till this weekend. So we'll change that out, and then we'll put antifreeze in and put it all back together and start fixing these pieces little by little, and hopefully it's on the road ready. But like I said, we got this one ready. It's clear coated, 1 clear coat. We're just waiting on the next. You can see it's ready to go for the second coat, and we'll get that done. And then I'll do the same exact thing I did on this one. Sand it down with those higher grit sands, and then we'll do the buff and all, and that'll be it on the fenders. Then we're just waiting on the plastic bumper piece to come in that needs to be painted, and then we'd be ready to go. So hopefully here soon we'll have this car up for sale. Guys, stay tuned. Until next time, peace.